Are live. I am Johnny K, and alongside me, I got Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets, and we will be going over all of our picks and predictions and bets and any tidbits, nuggets, tips, whatever you want to say for UFC 276. How's it going, man?
Good. You?
Pretty good. What did you think about last week's fun?
Them motherfuckers, man. Yeah, man. I had a terrible card. Terrible judging decisions. Some couple bad bets, man. To find that was a bad bet for me. I think he must have just came back too early because usually that dude can take a shot, man. And he took like a jab, check hook, a little thing, and hurt him. And but yeah, man, the judging, dude. The judging is terrible. I went 1-4 on my bets where I should have been 3-2 and won money, and instead I lost a ton of money based off bad judging. I don't know. It was just terrible, man. Yeah. Made me have a terrible night, basically.
No, I hear you, dude. I did not do any better than like. I think I lost like 7 out of my 8 bets. I only hit on 1. I could have won 2 with Armin, but you know how that went. So yeah. I had some bad bets as well. I mean, we all did bad. Like, it wasn't just clearly the judges like screwing my bets up, but they didn't help one bit.
Right. At least they could give me the ones I made right. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Like, come on, I'm already having a shitty night. Like, just give me like one.
my whole weekend, man, was cursed from the beginning because, like I said, I went to the casino on Tuesday night, like I always do, and they didn't have the over under and no prop lines out. So I had my 3 bets and I didn't plan on betting Pedro or the Fry Moises. I had the Cody Durden under 2.5 for plus 140. And I was going to bet the Thiago Moises over. So I would have lost that one, but I would have hit the other one. Instead, I lost both of them that I put in, but should have won one, man. But, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, it gets me so mad because like they're just stealing your money, you know what I mean, right to your face, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it makes me not want to put money in it if I think the game is rigged, dude. It's like me going to New York City and playing 3-card money or some shit,
True.
Chasing the little things, and they're taking your money, but you're still going to give it to them. So
yeah. We had a pretty decent stretch of judging recently, but like, man, the last 3 or 4 cards, they just been right back to what they used to been doing. Like, just some crazy scores, like 30-27 for Vanessa. You're like,
blatant. Yeah, it's like
a pre-written scorecard there, pre-written.
Yeah, and man, it fucking sucks. So yeah, I got 2 weeks off of work for a shutdown. I'm going back to Ohio to hang out with like old family and all my friends and stuff. So I'm gonna take that time just to relax, and I'm still gonna put in some bets, but I'm just not gonna be crazy on it. Like, I already got almost all my bets in for the next card, but yeah, man, I'm gonna just try, like, because I know we've been talking about doing the over unders, and I'm definitely gonna want to do more of them. I'm gonna be looking into dudes or people that's gonna just be stopping fights, like
it
sucks to have, but this, once maybe judging goes back to normal for a little while, they get some new judges or something, then go back to betting like normal, because it sucks to have to change your strategy. But bro, it's already hard enough to pick a fight, let alone then you gotta beat the rigged judges too, and it's just like throwing your money away almost.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yep. But I don't know how it happens every week, and there's no press conferences about nothing. There's nothing. And then like the judge, I remember when like Cormier and them started talking about the bad judging, they had to go take classes on what the judging was, and it seems like they told him to stop talking about it too, because Cormier and them, haven't really been talking about who they really think won, and the judge, like, I don't know.
They still do that though. At least Bisping and like Felder, like, man, they're awful. Like I just remember hearing a lot of it. I was like, guys, like, you just need to shut up, and like, I just want to watch. Like, I don't need to know who you think won, because you're wrong anyways for the one.
A lot of
2, like, you don't know what's going on. Like, I don't think you're watching the fight, because you totally missed Armin's back fist that knocked him down. You didn't say anything about that. You're more worried about Gamrot. Oh my God, he's still up. Like, no, you just missed it.
Right. And they're like, well, the judges might, because that's how I thought for sure. Once he dropped him in the 4th, man, I thought for sure. I'm like, well, he's got 3 rounds for sure. He won the first 2. I mean, all the rounds were close. It's not like, I mean, it's not a crazy, unanimous seems like a crazy decision, but yeah, man, all of them. It's just like anytime it goes to the judges now, you have no clue what they're going to do and just steal your money.
Unless it's like a couple knockdowns in a couple rounds, and you're like, okay, he clearly got the first and second round with those knockdowns.
Right.
He shouldn't lose like 30-27 or something stupid like that.
I know, and there's no way Gamrot should have got the fourth. And
No.
I know that the commentary was like, well, the judges might not have seen him land that back fist and all that because it happened so fast. But I know they got to have some type of little replay things there, don't they? I mean, I know they're small apex, but yeah, man, the whole thing. But at least we got a great card this week, man.
Yeah,
and we go bounce back. Got a lot of veterans to be able to bet on.
Yeah, there's a ton of great fights. Like, I'm super pumped for it. So I got like 5 bets in. I might do 1 or 2 more, but man, it's tough right now. The lines are going crazy right now. I just looked at it before I got on here. Everything's up like 50 more points. So like Sean O'Malley was like 260, and now he's at like 290 or almost 300 now. So all the favorites are going crazy right now. But we'll get going here. We're gonna say hi to everybody. If you guys hit the like button for me, that'd be great. If you haven't subscribed to Blood Money, do that right now. Open up another tab. Do it real quick. It's real simple.
Appreciate you.
And yeah, we'll just say hi to everybody. What's up, Saba? How's it going, man?
Saba, what's up?
Broke Bets. What's up, guys? The fight you're most excited for on this card? That's a good one. I would say I keep going back from like Volk and Holloway, and I kind of want to see Sean O'Malley and Munhoz. I want to see if O'Malley can pass this test. I think he will. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to see it. What about you?
I'd say my number 1 is Volk Max 3 because that's gonna be crazy. But then my second Strickland Pereira. Yeah. That's gonna be a freaking good fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be good too. Yeah. What's up, James? How's it going, man?
What's up, James? And Amy?
Rick, thanks for coming out. I'm rich, bitch.
Bitch.
Mike Martin, so excited. Mikey. It's almost painful. Yeah, man, it's gonna be
Chef
good.
Mikey, what's up, brother?
And it always like whenever you do bad on a card, you always want to get to the next week and stuff. So you're like, come on.
Well, that's the best thing about this is that after a bad card, you do want to do good. And at least we got a pay-per-view to do good. I always kill pay-per-views. I know you, but you kill them too. So
yeah, we always do a little good on the pay-per-views. We'll brag a little bit.
Yeah, this is when we're going to get our money back from them bookies.
Yeah, Saba said the judges had 2 terrible scorecards, which very true. That was the 2 worst ones. Oh, look who it is. Mia has Diggles. How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
If she's still here. Jason Ward said shit's gonna be home in 20 minutes and can watch. Okay, yeah, get home, Jason.
Nice. Yep. Dry. Yeah.
Let's see who we got here. Brooke Bets, the false hope of hearing unanimous for the main event scorecards is brutal. I thought it was brutal. Once I heard unanimous, I'm like, Armin all day. You can't. Brutal. I could see a split, and I'm like, okay, it's still gonna be Armin, but I'm gonna be sweating it,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Jared, what's up? He said, what do you think on the O'Malley fight? We'll get to that here shortly. It'll be a good one, I tell you that.
Yeah.
Money Bets, not broke anymore for sure. Great week, homie. There we go.
Hell yeah.
O'Malley's one of our locks. I like O'Malley a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm saying Saba said we're gonna make the bookies cry this fight card. Sal D'Amato can cry in a strip club with Sean Strickland after he loses. Rick Bets, yeah.
Sal D'Amato being there with Magic Mike, man.
Dude, I retweeted like a post on Twitter of all Sal D'Amato's like awful scorecards, and I don't know if anyone's seen that, but go check it out though. Like you'll see some of these fights, you're like, oh my god, he did 30-27 for that guy.
No, I'm gonna have to go check that out. When we're done,
it's like kind of recent, so like you don't have to like scroll through my stuff too much. I don't retweet a lot, so
yeah, I've been on Twitter for a minute now, like a couple days.
Vegas baby, T-Mogul, big arena for the big show. This one is the judges. Yeah, it's ass. Yeah. The Apex doesn't seem like the judging is always as good. So like it's pay-per-view, maybe.
Hopefully, just that's all, dude. That's all I want is just honest judging. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But like, because I don't feel like this was like a huge problem. Like it's weird. Even like in the early days of UFC, say like 2005. Like I feel like if you had a fight card with 12 fights, you would have one split decision. You know what the craziest thing is though? All right, so I went to a UFC. I believe it was the one in Columbus. I believe it was when Anderson Silva fought Dan Henderson in Columbus. So this was a while ago, like in 2008. So I every time the bad judging happens, I get this little false sense of hope, because I was actually at a UFC live, and on one of the prelims, I can't remember the two fighters, but they fought, and the one dude like kind of clearly won, you know, and they went to the I can't remember if it was split decision or not, but Bruce Buffer came in, read the thing off, the other dude got the win, and we're all like, what the hell? And they came back out like an hour later and grabbed the mic and talked to him. Was like, they made a mistake, that this dude actually won, not that dude. So like they reversed it. But I was thinking like now, because you know I wasn't into betting back then. That was like 15 years ago. But now it's like, what the heck would happen? Because I ripped my tickets up as soon as they called the other person's name. You know what I mean? And then so I don't even know. Even if they made the wrong call, if they would come back out and say it now. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool if they did. I mean, I don't think they ever will, though. I mean,
I've seen it live, though, once. Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Sugar's the GOAT. We're going to get back to that. Baby. What's up, Effie? He's in a hotel in Utah right now for work.
Effie,
thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Oop, I skipped one. My bad. O'Malley, upset of the night. Is it upset?
Against Moon? It's going to be tough for O'Malley to get beat, I think.
Yeah. I saw that post, Johnny, and I think you did like it or something for sure. The one about Sal D'Amato. Which judge have the fight to Hermanson over Strickland? I think that was Sal.
Didn't one judge didn't he have it 50-45? Like he gave every round to Hermanson. I think one judge had it 50-45.
Yeah, it was something crazy. I think it was Sal. I think he might have. It was 50-45 or like 49-46. And you're like, there's no way he won 4 or 5. Like he won 2 at tops.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If he even won any, kind of.
Exactly. That's what I said. Max Holloway. Jared thinks Max Holloway's going to win. Definitely could happen. Tell you that. It's going to be a great fight. Oop, I think I missed a couple again. Man, I'm terrible with clicking. What's up, Papa Chuck? Cody, keep your head up. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I think Johnny would agree. Definitely. Like I've been taking some hits as well too the last 3 or 4 weeks too. So, I mean, we were doing really good like together like earlier in the year, and then just this last 3 or 4, like we kind of just been going on skids. But I think everybody has been like. I mean, there's been people winning. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people have been struggling a little bit too. So. Right. I mean, I don't want to say misery loves company, but I mean, it happens, you know, everybody goes through their spurts.
Definitely.
What's up, Herb Dean? Who's doing the commentary for this event? Please don't tell me it's Michael. I hope not. I think it's going to be the classic like DC and Rogan.
Yeah. And Anik probably.
Yeah. And then Effie, Sal the Yep.
Sal, dude.
All right, let's get going here. We'll do the couple of these like kind of like not great fights real quick here. So we'll start early with Jessica Rose Clark versus Stoliarenko. Who do you got here?
Man, this is a really tough fight. I at first I was actually like wanting to bet Jessica Rose Clark before, you know, just doing like tape study and stuff like that. And she had a really good line, and I see her lines going way up now. But yeah, man, I don't know. This is going to be a really, really good fight. That Stoliarenko, dude, she can strike. She had a really good fight with Alexa Davis last fight and made it real close. And I think that Alexa Davis might be able to get the win against Jessica Rose Clark too. So I think Jessica Rose Clark probably will have the better striking, definitely like a better clinch. But if she takes this fight to the ground like she went to the ground with Edgar last time, she could easily get submitted. Stoliarenko has like 7 armbar finishes in the first round. So but she looked good for all 3 rounds against Alexis Davis last fight. So I'm going to take Jessica Rose Clark. I'm going to take her to be able to win the stand-up, get some clinch time, and have hopefully good fight IQ this time and not take the fight to the ground. But I would never bet it because I won't be surprised if Stoliarenko even wins a striking match, or gets the submission. So Jessica Rose Clark, but not confident at all.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I picked Jessica Rose Clark, but I got burned by her in her last fight. I did pick her and bet her, I think, and she lost to Edgar. But that's just her weakness is like just submission artist. And she puts herself in bad situations. And the only way I can see Stoliarenko winning is the same way that Edgar won. So if she does keep the fight on the feet, I think she has a very good chance of winning. I'm not saying she's going to win 100% of the time, but it's going to up her chances too. But if it gets to the fight and she's on top, man, she has to make sure she has her arms in, because she's going to get fucking subbed again. So
don't post up and just keep your freaking forehead on her chest, man.
So I picked Jessica Rose Clark. I'm not betting this fight. I'm not betting the over. I can see a finish. I can see everything happen here. So this is one fight I'm staying away. And I told myself I'm staying away from women's MMA unless it's a no-brainer, even though I do have one bet coming up on women's MMA. But I already put that in before I said that. So don't blame me, guys.
Right. Yeah, my buddy BCS Express, who always comments with us on here, he's super smart. He's been on my page since the beginning. He put a big comment on my thing about how he's been betting. Like, he's only made 7 bets this year, and he's won all 7 of them because he just waits for the perfect fights. And he's right. He just picks the people that should dominate the other people, and that's I wish I would like to do that, because when I first started, dude, I would do like 3 to 5 bets a week. That was it. And then I started doing more, got up to 9. Then got back down to 5. But another thing too is, I don't know when it happened. Sometime in the last couple months, man, I've started putting in more parlays. Only 2 fight parlays, but I don't know why, man. When I first started, because I hate parlays, dude. Both parlays I lost this weekend. I won 1, lost 1. You know what I mean? So I'm going back to that. I might, if there's one good one, like I got 1 parlay on the next card, and then all straight bets. And then after that, it's probably gonna be all straight bets, unless like you see one good parlay you like with 2 fights. Because fuck, man, it's so hard to pick one fight right anymore these days, dude.
No, that's exactly what I'm doing too. Like, I know I do a lot of parlays too, and I like doing them. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't been hitting them, and they just been going like the opposite way when I really should have won it. So I'm just like, you know what?
Right.
We'll just go with the straights right now. I'm gonna probably do like 1 or 2 still, but like not like 4, 5, or 6. So
yeah,
let's see what we got. Effie said he likes the dog hair. Striking isn't as bad as I thought it was. Definitely, she has a shot. Like this isn't like an easy like slam dunk by any means. Don't bet this fight. Just skip it. That's what I will agree with that.
Yeah.
Mike said filthy 2-piece, Messy, Jesse, and Macy Barber. Call it something like I hate my money back. Yeah. I like that.
Yep.
Herb says, I want to start a GoFundMe for every single UFC event that someone filming the judges all the times. Yeah, for sure. I watch the judge. I don't think they're paying attention, dude. I think they're on their phone, or they're looking away, or they're looking at the other person's judge scorecard.
Bro, Diamato's looking at his bank account to make sure that freaking payment came through. Is what the fuck he's doing. He's fucking buying like furs and stuff with all the money the mob's giving him.
Yeah. Saba says Clark by decision. I agree with that. James, we're skipping the Rose Clark fight. Just watch it. Yep. Clark by decision too. I think that too. Yeah, skipped another one. Take my money. Women's MMA is king. Said no.
Dude,
I bet way too much on women's MMA, and I tell everyone like it's women's MMA. It's a low level fight. Be careful. And I'm still betting. Like, let's go.
You're still betting, dude. I freaking bet Alan Badeau last week, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That makes me feel not smart.
Like I said,
I feel like another capper.
I'm not blaming you, but you convinced me to bet him, and like I'm not blaming you one bit, because I wanted to, and the value. I'm like, he's got to win.
He almost won. Had him out for a second. Even dude said that he didn't even remember getting dropped. You know what I mean? So he got hit good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Epi said I align more towards Cody's philosophy and style. I'll never have more than 7 units on a card. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get back. That's how much I actually have on a card, but I just have like 7 or 8 bets. I only bet 1 unit per bet, so I feel like I bet like 2, 3, or 4 each time. But I'm gonna start going down. I'm
going back to my old style too, where I'm gonna bet more on each fighter that I really like. Instead of doing a parlay where you're doing it to get all this extra money, I'm just gonna bet big. Like before, like I would take a fighter that was minus 200, you know what I mean, that I think's going to win for sure. Instead of parlaying him, I'll just put 300 on him to win 150. And then he wins, and then I don't got to worry about nobody else covering, no judges, nothing. So I'm going to get back to that for sure.
Yeah, Brookbet said 3 straight dogs have won in the last 2 events for women's MMA. Stay away. Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, Sophie? How's it going? Thanks for coming out.
Sophie, what's up? What's up?
She said the over 1.5, y'all. Keep telling everyone. It's true. The judges are checking out Johnny and Cody's breakdown to bully them afterwards. They probably are. Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, let me run into Sal.
Yeah. What's up, Bert? How's it going? Thanks for coming out, man. He said never bet heavy women's MMA favorites. I'm gonna start doing it. Trust me.
That's the
Appreciate it.
Sure, man.
And if you haven't checked out Bert's page, go ahead and do that too. He has a MMA channel too.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff, man. He's been doing this for a while too, for being so young, man. But he knows his stuff, man. Shout out to Burt MMA.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes. Let's see. And then what's up, Channing? He said Kayla Harrison is fighting this weekend.
Yeah, she's minus like $4 grand.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
not even worth it. But I'll watch it if I'm bored.
Right. They just put it because they know she's gonna win, but they put it so high so the other girl, you know, is plus like $2 grand, and people are like, well, she might have a chance. No, she's true.
All right, we'll move on up to the next one, which I believe is the other women's MMA fight. Jessica Eye versus Macy Barber. This is the fight that I do have a parlay leg on, and I did pick Barber here. I just think she's better everywhere. Maybe not on the ground, maybe not BJJ, but I think striking, clinch work up against the cage, or wrestling. Barber's I think she's gonna win this one pretty easily. Like, I don't want to break this down too much. I faded Barber for the last couple times. Even though one of the times I did fade her, Maverick won. We all know that. But she's looked really good in her last couple fights, or her last fight anyways. Even in the Maverick fight, she looked okay. I just thought Maverick was way better in that fight. But I got Barber here. I think this is kind of a no-brainer, even though I don't want to say it because it's women's MMA. Because I'll eat my words, trust me. So I got Barber here. I got her in a parlay with someone else. And I think she wins by decision. Right.
Yeah, I'm not betting this fight, staying far away. But I actually, for my predictions, I actually picked Jessica Eye. Like, watching the tape, dude, Jessica Eye is good. She's got some losses in her last fights, but she's been fighting the top of the food chain for a while. This is actually like kind of a step down in competition for her. I thought in her last fight against Jennifer Maia, she could have got the win. Like, I thought she kind of won that fight, even with getting her head busted open. And Jennifer Maia is tough as hell. Where Macy Barber's beating up like Montana De La Rosa, you know what I mean? She's fighting. Pennington's just been fighting, or not Pennington. I don't know. I just had a huge brain fart.
Barber?
Who is? Yeah, not Barber, but Jessica Eye. I got Eye and Pennington mixed up. But she's been fighting the toughest girls in the world for a while now. You know, like Shevchenko. Yeah, she got knocked out, but this is kind of a step down. And like, to be honest, I like her striking better than Macy Barber's striking. You know what I mean? I've never been impressed with Macy Barber's striking. Like, she was getting pieced up by JJ Aldridge. She was just punching air against Maverick. You know, a couple times she just hasn't looked that good. And I don't know if she's going to be able to just wrestle Jessica Eye down. Jessica Eye has pretty good takedown defense too. So if this stays standing, I almost think Jessica Eye, because she's coming forward more, and Jessica Eye uses her jab, uses some decent power, and I just think she really has a good chance at winning this fight. And this is like a step up in competition for Macy Barber. You know what I mean? And I just think I think Jessica Eye can make this dirty in a really close fight. Like, this might be another split decision fight, because I don't think Macy Barber goes out there and just dominates Eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think she'll finish for sure.
Yeah, she didn't even really dominate Montana De La Rosa. She beat her, but Jessica Eye's tough, dude. Jessica Eye's actually, if I'm not mistaken, too, I think Jessica Eye, she has a 1-inch height advantage and a 1-inch reach advantage too. So she's going to be a little bigger than Barber, and Barber's usually used to being bigger than her opponents. So I'm going to take Eye. I don't have bets on this fight or nothing, but with being at her plus 205, we've seen what's been happening. And I really do think that Eye might have better striking than Macy Barber. Yeah. So it's going to be a good close fight. I see a split decision on this. So why not take the dog? That's going to be plus 200.
True. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. I think Barber, when she did fight, I mean, she was super young when all those fights were back in the day, but I just think she's getting a little bit better each fight. I mean, I could be wrong.
Right. No, she's.
And then also with Eye, she's doing stuff that, like, non-MMA stuff that, you know, kind of like the Kay Hansen route, if you want to say.
Right.
So who knows, like, if she really even wants to fight anymore. She's like 35, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how much, you know, heart is still now. So,
but
that's that route too. Like, Barber's like ready to go. She wants to fight anyone, anytime. And I think she even took this fight on short notice. Like maybe 2 months or something. Not like super short notice, but like, you know, she was, I think it was,
it was supposed to be Casey O'Neill. She blew her ACL out.
Yeah.
I like Macy Barber, man, but I think she's one of them bully girls. She needs to be a little bigger than her opponent and stuff, and be able to just bully him around.
Yeah. I think she'll be thicker, but she won't be like taller and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
see. La, 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 la. Someone said that they thought Barber beat Maverick. I don't remember who it was, but
no, she did not. I had to watch that for both of them. I believe they both fought on the same card or something recently, where I had to watch Maverick's fights and then I had to watch Barber's. And I gave definitely two to Maverick. The first two were clearly.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. And I think that was Barber's first fight back from the ACL injury or whatever knee injury she had. So I don't know if she was just a little off and she just didn't want to like test and she was too timid and stuff. But she did come on in the third round. But man, she did not win the first two. Like it was pretty clear. BCS, speaking of him, what's up, man? He's here.
What's up, bro? Yeah, I was telling everybody about your the comment. I liked it and I was commenting back. I couldn't, but smart better, dude. Really smart better. Knows the stuff.
No, that's a good strategy.
Yeah, all of the things.
Lay down like $1,000 each time.
He said to only bet on female fighters, like, you know, if it's just going to be domination, like you need a dominant performance, unless like you probably get an underdog. But yeah, like only bet on female fights if you expect to finish or like dominant 30-27, no ifs, ands, or buts. So
yeah,
I like his betting strategies for sure.
For sure. Yeah, we'll move on up to the next one here, which is going to be I think this is going to be a really good fight. Uriah Hall versus Andre Muniz. Who do you got here?
Man, this week, dude, I've been on the underdogs, man. I watched the tape study. I actually think Uriah Hall could win this fight. If this fight plays out anything like when Muniz fought Royo, this could get interesting because Uriah Hall's never been submitted. Now he's been in there with Antonio Carlos Jr. He's been in there with a couple other jiu-jitsu guys, you know, and Carlos Jr. had his back and stuff and wasn't able to finish him. And I know this is like, people's going to be like, this is crazy, but Munhoz got real tired, and Munhoz is going to go out there and go hard in that first round. Uriah Faber's got pretty good takedown defense. I do expect him to get taken down, but I think if he can stay safe and kind of wear out Munhoz, that he can maybe even get a knockout in the third round. You know what I mean? Maybe like he might even be able to. And Munhoz got knocked out in like 31 seconds by that Russian that knocked out Tafan. So I mean, he could even knock him out before the first takedown. But yeah, this is like I want to see what Munhoz is about after this fight. And with it's kind of like the Chris Curtis thing, you know what I mean, last week, where if Uriah is able to stop them takedowns, everybody knows it's going to be the Uriah Hall show. And he's fought how many times? He's got 27 fights, never been submitted. You know what I mean? So, and I know Munhoz is a badass, but if you go back and watch Munhoz fight Arroyo, you'll see some holes in his game. You know what I mean? He gassed out against that dude. They both gassed out, but he couldn't get that first round submission, and he slowed way down by the second. You know, he's been first round submitting everybody. So it's like, what happens if he gets out into that second round, that third round? True. And if Uriah Hall survives that, dude, everybody that bet on Munhoz is going to be shitting, because Uriah Hall, how many third round finishes come from behind finishes does Hall have, man? I think he has a great chance to do it, dude. So here again, and then like, and I don't have no bet on it, but after that, I'll know a lot more. If Munhoz goes out there, takes down Hall and submits him, and I think Munhoz is the real deal with his jiu-jitsu, but I want to see him against, you know, more than Eric Anders or Fabio Fabinski or whatever. The Jacare win was fucking awesome, but you know, Fabinski and Eric Anders, dude, they're a lot different than Uriah Hall. So we'll see. But I no bets, but yeah, man, I actually picked Uriah Hall.
Yeah, I don't have a bet on it. I really wanted to do Munhoz by sub, but I just didn't really like the prop bet. So I did pick Munhoz to win. I think he's gonna get the sub, and I know Hall hasn't lost by submission in his career yet, but either has Jacare Souza, and he broke that dude's arm. So, right. I mean, that's pretty impressive, and that's what he is. He's just a submission artist. Like his striking isn't that. It's not going to be as good as Hall's. He needs to get this fight to the mat. Hall's takedown defense isn't the greatest, so I do think eventually he can do it. And I think once he's down there, it just depends on like how much time's left with the round, and then if Hall can just stay safe until the bell ends, because that's basically how this fight's going to play out. It's either going to. And I just think Munhoz is eventually going to get that submission, maybe late in the first or like early second. But like you said, if it gets later in those rounds, like who knows what's going to happen? Hall has a good chance. And this could be a good like live bet opportunity, maybe after the first, if it gets that far, and just see how Munhoz is like looking and see if he's a little tired.
Right.
I mean,
Not all, yeah.
And see how much like takedowns he tried and failed. You know what I mean? Because look at Rodolfo last week with Curtis. Like after the first couple attempts, he had some decent ones like later in the fight.
Early, right?
Yeah, but I mean they were just trash, and Curtis is like nope. So I mean maybe Hall does the same thing too. But I like Munhoz. I think he's a little underrated, if you want to say, but I know he's not a big name and he's not like a huge prospect. He's 32 years old, but I think he just has really good submissions, and I do think he can get Hall out of there. So, but it's gonna be a good fight. I don't have a bet on it. I don't think I'm going to. I want to do the sub, but I'm not going to.
Hall starts ripping them underhooks, man. It's gonna be scary for some people because my first thought was bet Munhoz big, dude. Parlay Munhoz and Adesanya, dude. One of the first the first time I seen the lines at the casino. Like I said, then I went and watched tape, and Uriah Hall's takedown defense ain't that bad. Like he's fought a lot of people, even like I said, Carlos Jr. I mean, I guess Munhoz would be better than Carlos Jr. I don't know who's more credentialed, Carlos Jr. or Munhoz in jiu-jitsu, but Uriah Hall was able to survive with him, man. And I don't know. That's what I got to see, because you're like Munhoz's wrestling's looked pretty good. He took down Jacare, but Jacare didn't give a shit about getting taken down. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fabos Fabinski, that's all he has is wrestling. So obviously he took him down and got armbarred or guillotined right away. And Eric Anders, he has no I just need to see what Munhoz is really about. I don't know how good his wrestling really even is. You know what I mean? It didn't look that great against Arroyo, like I said, and then he gassed out bad against Arroyo. And if he, Uriah Hall has been in there with savages, Gegard Mousasi twice, like a lot of dudes. Like his takedown defense ain't that bad, and he's a savvy vet. So I won't be shocked if Munhoz goes out there and submits him, real quick. I would kind of be, but. And like I think somebody else I've seen going across the chat said sometimes Uriah Hall, doesn't come in with the right mindset. So if you get, the Uriah Hall that came in, fought Anderson Silva and them guys, he's good. But if you get the one that fought Sean Strickland, but Sean Strickland's tough and stayed in his face, took him out of his game. But no bets on this. But I just think that Uriah Hall's getting a little disrespected and has a little bit more of a chance because like Munhoz is like submission or bust, right? I don't think
I think so too. I don't think he can win a decision, but I mean, I really like him to get the submission though. Right. But I don't think he can win a decision. I don't think he can get a knockout. I mean, Hall, I can see getting a knockout and, outstrike Muniz. So to get it right.
And like Munhoz go shoot in, dude, and Hall just step back, hit him with a knee. Like Hall's striking is crazy, dude. He knocked out Gegard Mousasi. But I just think the line's off, man. You know what I mean? I think that Munhoz should be minus like 160. To be honest, 170. He's not proven yet. The best thing he did was that submission over freaking Jacare. Yeah. The other two, dude, I mean, Eric Anders winning that. I don't know. But we'll see after this, man. I'll definitely know how to bet him way better going forward.
Yeah, Herb Dean said if Hall survives round one, even if he's dominated in round one, he's going to live bet Hall. I mean, that's a good play.
Yeah. Telling you, has anybody in here watched that Munhoz versus Arroyo fight? The other people?
I don't think I did.
If you watch that, you will not be thinking that Munhoz is minus 300 because those other wins, like I said, first round subs in less than 2 minutes. So it's not like he was putting in the real work. I don't know if that happens here.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, I missed one again. Munhoz all the way by sub. Hall at the end of his career, and that's another thing to look at too. Hall's, he's 37 years old. I mean, he's getting there. I think he's still decent at least. I don't think he's like prime Hall, but this is a good test. It's a good test for both of these guys actually.
It's a good matchup, man. I really like it.
Munhoz seems safe here, but not sure if Hall has the heart to do what it will take to get the win. I mean, that's true too.
He has a lot of late finishes, dude. Third round finishes. His heart usually goes away when he's fighting another striker that's just beating the shit out of him, like Sean Strickland and them. But other than that, he's usually pretty tough. I mean, he knocked out Anderson Silva. Knocked out. He was on like a 4-fight win streak before he lost to Sean Strickland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dirty Reg said giving you props for going out on the limb and picking Hall.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta watch the tape and just make the picks. I mean, I wish I didn't have to bet early because I'd rather watch the tape and not know any lines. I don't want to have any of the influence of the bookies being like, this is the guy, but. You know what I mean? I got to look at the freaking lines early to get my bets in to beat the line movement. So that's
That's
Way
what I was
rather
gonna.
love it.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like I always look at the lines, and then I see the other lines, and I'm like, well, I already looked. I might as well look now.
Right. Yeah.
They put them out too early. Like 2 weeks ago, they put out like the last four or the.
They got a lot out right now.
Events, yeah.
Yeah, they got the one. Yeah, they got the Ortega one with a decent amount, and yeah, I like what Herb Dean said there. I don't know, man. Uriah Hall, I don't know if he does have the best fight IQ. I don't know. I think he would be smart enough if he knocked down.
Yeah, this is it's a tough fight. I know a lot of people like Muniz. I do too. I just don't like the line now. I think he was like 240 at first when I saw it, and now he's at minus 300. Like I said, all these heavy favorites, they're up at least 50 or more, at least.
Right. Yeah.
So it's almost like now you have to go the prop route. You have to go the over under route because you're not getting a lot of value. Like I don't think Munhoz is value at minus 300 at all. Even though I think he's going to win, I don't think there's value.
So what about the under? What's the over under? Because it's either Munhoz gets him in the first. I mean, man, dude, like I said, bro. I mean, Uriah Hall's a wily enough vet to maybe not get taken down even, or be able to stay safe and then come out in the second round. And if, like I said, if he starts stopping takedowns, bro, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Munhoz is minus 305, and then the under is 1.5, and that's minus 150.
Right.
So the under, I mean, if you think it's going to be a quick fight either way, that's better than doing Munhoz to win. I don't think Munhoz is going to win in the third round.
Right.
So,
I mean, Antonio Carlos Jr. was a big favorite over Uriah Hall too for this, and then Uriah Hall ended up beating him. But I don't know, man. He is, yeah. Munhoz is good, dude. I got to see more before I bet it or anything.
True. All right, we'll move on up down here. Let's go over here. Let's go to the next one here. We'll get going. We got Brad Tavares versus Dricus du Plessis. I think this is going to be a really good fight too. I got Dricus to win this one. I just think he's a little bit more dangerous. I think he has really good striking with power. He's a really good grappler too. He hasn't really shown it in the UFC because he's been knocking people out. That's how good he is. Tavares is a tough dude though. He has decent striking, it's good wrestling, a good takedown defense. So I think this fight will mainly play out on the feet, but I still like Dricus on the feet too. So it could be like a club and sub kind of issue too. So who knows? But I really like I got Dricus at underdog price at plus 100. I think you got a little bit better than that. But now he's like minus 140. So he's going through the roof now. And I like what I see with him. I think Tavares is a little bit older. He's 34 years old. Not to say that's a bad thing, but he's getting up there, and I just don't see him being that dangerous. He has to fight a perfect fight with a good game plan to win this one, and I think just du Plessis is going to be a little bit better than him. I think he'll win by knockout, maybe in the second round.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. Eventually though, the value is going to go off Dricus because it's not like Tavares is terrible, but once Dricus, is minus 150 or something, the value will start going. I got him at plus 115, and yeah, man, I like him. I just think that he's going to be able to land the harder shots here. Tavares has good boxing. He has really good stand up. He has good leg kicks and stuff. So it's going to be close, but I've seen Tavares get rocked and dropped, a couple times in the UFC, and I see that happening here at some point. I see this being a standing fight, and Dricus, I think, will have a speed advantage a little bit, and I just think that it's gonna come. He's gonna touch Tavares' chin at some point. So I got it predicted for the second round KO, just like you. First round, real good round, close. Maybe even Tavares gets rocked, but it's kind of like Tavares versus Edmund Shabazian, man. He's just kind of slower than these up and coming prospects, and they hit hard, and Tavares, he don't hit hard. So if they're exchanging punches in the pocket, 11 of the last 12 fights for Tavares have went to decision. The one that didn't was him getting knocked out by Shabazian. So if these guys are both exchanging punches, where Dricus has finished all his opponents, you know what I mean? All 16 wins. If these dudes are throwing punches at each other in the pocket and they both land, I'm going to trust that Dricus' punch is going to land way harder and finish Brad, because Brad hasn't finished nobody, for a long time. So, yeah, man, give me Dricus. He could even win a decision if he don't get the KO just by it, because I just hope he don't come out there and try to wrestle Tavares because he'll just waste a lot of his energy and stuff.
Yep.
He's probably not going to get the takedown. But like you said, I could see him getting a club and sub. He's got some really good submissions and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I'm taking Dricus KO decision sub something like that. But I got Dricus as an underdog.
Yeah. I was looking at the Dricus finish prop. I think it's like plus 140. But I already have a bet on the money line at plus 100. So I'm like, there's really no point in doing a double bet here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you get all the.
But if somebody hasn't done a bet and they want to, like, I think that's the route to do. Plus 140 for a finish. I think he'll finish Tavares. Tony says Dricus should win. Hopefully he finishes because the judges are blind. I agree. You got to start picking fights that you think that your fighter can finish, because if it goes to the judges now, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Herb said he's got Volk Holloway over 4.5 at minus 200. Now it's minus 260. See, everything's going
I like
up.
that. That's a good line right there. That's a good line right there.
Let's see. Uses Fight Pass. Let's see. What's up, V? How's it going? He says thoughts on Gregor Gillespie, please.
He's fishing, out fish, gone fishing. He's not in the rankings no more. We talked about him last week out of nowhere, but
oh, okay, yeah,
he's good. Remember,
he's a good wrestler. Yeah,
he's a good fighter. They took him out of the rankings though. He's a real good fighter, but I don't think his heart's in it. I think he probably makes money doing other stuff and fishing, and maybe, you know what I mean? Because he hasn't fought. Last time he fought, he beat up Diego Ferreira. Yeah, you know, and that was
a while ago. Does he have a fight scheduled? Do you know? I don't know.
No, they removed him from the rankings.
Okay.
Maybe I was on Range's show when I was talking to them guys.
Oh, yeah, something. Maybe it was. I'm like thinking, I'm like, I don't remember, but maybe, you know, it's been a week. I don't remember.
Yeah, I seen somebody ask what we use for like to break down the Fights Watch tape. Like I use ESPN Plus, UFC Fight Pass, and YouTube sometimes. For like the newer guys, you got to go to YouTube. But the Fight Pass is good for all the fights that UFC signed with ESPN like maybe 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. So any fight that they had before that the deal with ESPN are going to be on UFC Fight Pass, and then any fights after with ESPN, you know, the pay-per-views, all that, they're all going to be on the my trouble is always finding Dana White Contender Series fights, man. For some reason they won't let you do it on ESPN Plus and then Fight Pass either. So yeah,
I've been having decent luck on YouTube, but I mean, you can't find every fight you want to look at. So
right.
Herb says, so basically if you bet Tavares, bet him by decision. That's what I would do if you like Tavares. I just don't think he's gonna. I mean, maybe a late round knockout, because maybe Dricus like fades cardio wise if he's in, like tries to wrestle like you said. But I would say decision. That'd be the way to go if you want Tavares.
Yeah.
Wild mind movement. Yep. Yeah. He's gonna be like a minus 160 probably by fight time.
Yeah. But, dude, I mean, can't underestimate Tavares, though. The dude is tough. And if Dricus don't land the hard shots, Tavares is good, but wily veteran that can land some good shots and maybe get some clinch time or something like that up against the cage.
Yep. Yeah, Effie said he actually thinks Dricus will win first ever decision this week.
Very possible.
Brad, very possible. Brad is Hawaiian. He does have a good chin. He's lost a few fights, I think, by knockout, but it's been a while.
3. Yeah, he's lost 3. Shabazian got him. I don't know. I've seen a couple people get him, but I mean, he went 5 hard rounds with Izzy Adesanya. So
true.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been like 2.5 years since he's been knocked out by Edmund.
Yeah, he hasn't been fighting much. And then the last 2 guys he's fought were wrestlers. I think Akhmadov and Antonio Carlos Jr. were like his last 2 wins, and they're just trying to wrestle him basically.
True. All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Ian Garry versus Gabe Green. Who you got?
Whoa. Another underdog, man. I'm taking Gabe Green. It's a lot of people on here that they're giving a lot of money to, making them chalky just based off hype, in my opinion. Like Ian Garry, dude, hasn't looked that great to me in the UFC. Like to make him a big favorite over Gabe Green. The thing, like, all right, so Ian Garry, his first fight was getting beat up by Jordan Williams until he landed that shot, knocked Williams out. So I'd like to see if he didn't land that shot, what would have happened. Then he beat Darian Weeks, who didn't really want to throw no punches or nothing. You know what I mean? That was a super boring fight. But Gabe Green is going to bring it at him, dude. But Gabe Green's going to be throwing leg kicks with both legs, beating up that lead leg. You seen what he did to Phil Rowe's leg. Gabe Green, the reason I actually bet Gabe Green. I got him at a bad line because I thought that other people would see what I seen. But Gabe Green's a fucking junkyard dog. So like if you're gonna bet on an underdog, then bet on Gabe Green because he's gonna fight for your money to the last second. Great cardio, good striking, tough as fuck, good grappling, good takedowns, good grappling, submissions, everything, man. And the dude is tough as hell. I think that he can make this fight super ugly. I think he can get some clinch time, and get a win here. I really do think that he could even stop, like, because we haven't seen Garry, like I said, in the deep shit yet, dude. And that's exactly where we're freaking God dang it, man. That's exactly where Gabe Green's going to take him. The dude, he has a good strike, everything. So like Ian Garry is going to have to knock him out, or he's going to be on his back foot the whole time. And Gabe Green, dude, just walks forward like this, dude, striking you the whole time, and he could gas out, backing up. I just haven't seen enough out of Ian Garry against good competition. Gabe Green's good competition, got good wins in the UFC so far, you know. And I just think that I don't know if he should be a dog here. It's all hype on Ian Garry. Who has he beat or looked just like, you know what I mean? Because he compares himself to Conor McGregor and he's on Instagram and all that. I got to see some more out of him. So I'm taking Gabe Green, man. And I don't know. It could go to decision. Gabe Green could finish him. Ian Garry could finish Gabe Green right away. But yeah, man. I want to put my money on the junkyard dog here at plus money, and I only got him at plus 125, so that kind of sucks. But because he's plus more now, but if he gets the win, he gets the win for me.
Yeah, he's plus 150 right now because everything's going up. All the favorites are going up.
It's all on hype, though. I just don't like Ian Garry hasn't done anything.
I know.
Like. And he's fighting a real junkyard dog, dude. Like this, we're gonna learn a lot though about him for sure in this fight.
Yeah, it's funny in my breakdowns when I was doing this fight, like I picked Garry and I knew this was a close fight, but like I was just like saying all the good things about Gabe Green, and I'm like, I know I'm trying to talk myself out of this because I think Gabe Green has a really good chance, but I did end up picking Garry. I mean, I think it's gonna go to a decision here. I don't think there's going to be any knockout unless it's Gabe Green, actually. And as long as Garry can just like stay at range, he's going to have to keep moving back because Gabe is going to always push forward. Ian Garry is not going to be able to push forward on Gabe Green. There's just no way. And yeah, I mean, he's taller, he's a little bit longer, I believe, so he can stay at range. But man, he's going to have to pick him apart from at range and I think that's the only way he's going to win. And that's tough to like, bet on. I just don't, man, this fight's so weird.
It's going to be tough.
It is. And I'm staying away. If anything, I would do the over 2.5. And I'm really close to pulling the trigger on that, but I don't even know if I will. I see Gabe Green just landing like in the second round, like a knockout shot here or something, because he's got the power to do it.
Dude hits hard.
He did it to Leonisi or whatever. His last fight, Gabe Green.
Yeah. Lioness. Johan. Yeah, he got dropped in that too in the first round because the dude's tough as shit, dude.
Yeah, and I thought Johan was going to win that fight because I knew he was strong. He had like really, he dropped him, but he couldn't because Gabe Green's always pushing forward, and this is another spot where I think he can do the same. It might take a little bit long on, but I mean, Garry does fade a little bit if it goes on, like in the late second and the third round. We saw it against Darian Weeks. So it's going to be a close fight, but I mean, it has more potential, like just more striking, I think. But
I think your thing's cutting out a little bit.
Man, everything is like slow, right?
And from what
I think so too.
What I've seen in my it's still kind of cutting out. What I've seen from my experience of watching UFC for a long time, these good prospects come up, man, and when the first time they get in there with a real junkyard dog is when they learn a lesson, man. You see people taking beatings. Like you can go with even like Gavin Tucker when he fought Ricky Glenn. Like there's just a lot of dudes that come up and I don't know, man. I think that Gabe Green might be able to take what Ian Garry's able to give him and then come back hard, man. And as a dog, and if you think this is going to be a close fight and go to the decision, and with the judges we have, I always want the dog money, I guess, there now. But it's going to be a great fight. Should be anyways. If Gary's what he says he is, then it'll be a great fight because we know what Gabe Green's bringing. Like that's why I'll back him. We know what we're going to get out of Gabe Green, a fucking dog that's there to fight. And And if Gabe Green is able to get his wrestling going, because Gary's not a wrestler, he's a striker. You know what I mean? He's got good grappling from what I've seen. But like if Gabe Green's able to land takedowns and stuff and just beat Gary up on the ground, dude, it's gonna be a long night for Gary.
Yep. Yeah. BCS says Gary's gonna lose sooner or later. Not sure when, but he's more hype trained than future champion, which I do believe.
Yeah.
I just don't know if this will be the day, but I mean, this is a good test for him. Who knows? And then Effie said, similar to Chase Hooper, I expect Gary to show improvement here, which he could definitely make improvements. Who knows?
I agree with that.
Hillman MMA said, I'm aboard the Ian Gary hype train. That's cool.
What's up, Hillman MMA?
He's got potential, but I just want to see a little bit more from him.
Mm-hmm.
Nighthawk, what's up, man? Come on, guys. Do something about the resolution 720. Yeah. Well, if you want to donate to my channel, and I will pay the monthly restream all day long.
Right. Yep.
Let's see what we got here. Undercover MVP. Gary is not tough. I don't like him in a brawl like this. That's true. I don't think he's a tough junkyard dog like you said. It's Gabe Green all day.
Yeah.
Johnny's losing his Wi-Fi. I think it probably was me. Hopefully I'm okay now. I don't know what's going on there. Gary reminds me of the Beverly Hills Ninja a little bit. Just a better version of him, yes. Dude, that guy, man.
He's got a little head, dude. He's got a really little head and a really little chin.
Yeah. I'll never bet Beverly Hills Ninja again, though. I hope he fights a couple more times so I can fade the shit out of him.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Sophie said Green's hittable, but I think Gary's hittable too. So I think they're both. It's gonna be a weird fight. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it might get dirty. I think in this fight we're gonna see what Gary's made of. You know what I mean? Unless he somehow gets that quick knockout. That's why I love fighters like Gabe Green, dude, Darren Elkins, them dudes, because like Darren Elkins, like versus Mirsad Bektik. Dude, back in the day, Mirsad Bektik was like the biggest hyped up prospect ever, and he beat the shit out of Darren Elkins for 2 rounds, dude, and a little bit into the third, and then gassed, and then Darren Elkins beat the shit out of him, took him out. And that's what I've seen this happen with prospects a lot, dude. Where they get in there, they're used to beating these dudes up on the regional scene, getting these quick finishes, and they get in there with the real junkyard dog. Gabe Green's got to win over Philip Rowe. If Philip Rowe and Ian Gary fought, I'm picking Philip Rowe in that fight, especially since we haven't seen what Ian Gary's about, and Philip Rowe's got good jiu-jitsu, good striking, all that. So, I see somebody said, Gary does have the little height advantage and stuff, which could be good, but Gabe Green likes to work the body too, dude. He rips the body with uppercuts and hooks, so. Skinny dudes get hit, so we'll see. Yep.
All right, we're moving up to the old timer fight of Donald Cerrone versus Jim Miller. I think it's my turn, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Jim Miller here, and I just like Jim Miller a little bit more at right now because Donald Cerrone has not looked good in about 3 years. So Jim Miller, at least he's beating, I guess if you want to say prospects, but I mean, I know Cerrone has fought Morono and lost. Nico Price was a draw, which he was losing pretty bad. He lost to Anthony Pettis. Yeah. So, and then also too, Donald Cerrone, this is going to be his 3rd weight cut in 5 or 6 weeks. And I know this is a welterweight, right?
Right, but he's still going to have to cut a little weight, I'm sure.
Exactly. So, I don't know, man. I think Jim Miller's been a little bit more active. He's fought at least the better fights recently. And I think he's going to KO him. And with Jim Miller, his last fight against, who was it, Moda?
Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, or maybe it was Moto's. Them are his last 2 wins.
Moda was a good striker. He's supposed to be, and he went toe to toe with him. And he knocked him out actually. So I think that could be exactly the same thing that happens right here. Cerrone doesn't have a chin anymore, man. So
yeah, man.
That's what I got. I got Miller by knockout.
I'm with you. Everything you just said. Miller by knockout. Miller's on a streak. Miller's been looking good. Yep. Miller hasn't had to go through all this bullshit the last couple, this last month with all the different fight cancellations, weight cuts, all that. And Miller's looked real good. And Miller knocks people out in the first round. Miller finishes people in the first round. That's what he does. And Cerrone gets finished in the first round. That's just what he does. So I know they fought back in the day, and Cerrone got the head kick win in the second. But these are two different fighters, and I'm with you. I'm taking Jim Miller by first round KO.
Yeah, I mean, Miller has really good submissions too, and I know Cerrone's a good grappler himself, but on the feet, man, I just can't trust that chin. I think it's gone. It's been gone for 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. What's everyone else?
The line's just so big, man. I wish it would have been like a pick'em, something like that. They started at minus 220
I don't got a bet
on.
Yeah, I don't got a bet on this. I'm not going to do a bet. If anything, I might do Jim Miller by finish, but I don't even know if I want to do that. Like, I don't want to risk it.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. Cerrone and Jim Miller on prelims. This is a good card. A lot of fights that probably could be on main events any other week, but this one. Let's see. Saba says Miller second round KO as well. Effie said Miller going to smoke Cowboy. What's up, Nick Alexander? He agrees as well.
What's up, Nick? Man? What's up? Thanks for joining us, bro.
Yeah. And we got Ronj in the house. What's up, man?
Ron, what's up, brother?
He's saying Cerrone is all done. He might as well leave his gloves in the cage after he gets knocked out. I agree. I think I don't know if he'll retire, but I think this might be the fight. If he gets knocked out again, he probably should. Yeah,
if it looks that bad, definitely.
Yep.
Because I think that Miller's going to be able to take Cerrone's punches, and Cerrone just ain't going to be able to take his. That left hook, Jim Miller's got that. I say hits him with that left hook, Larry.
Yep. Yeah. Ron even says, bet Miller KO, live a little. Plus money.
Who's Papa Chuck?
Papa Chuck, Cody. Go ahead.
He said, Cody, where you? Yeah, he said, where you from? Ohio. He said, I was born and raised in Monroeville, 20 minutes from Sandusky. Yeah, I'm 20 minutes from you, brother. I was born in Fremont, Ohio, and raised in Clyde, Ohio. So Monroeville, Monroeville, is that the one by Toledo or Norwalk? I get them mixed up. There's like a Monroeville. Is that the speed trap city? But yeah, that's crazy. So we grew up right by each other. Sandusky's where Cedar Point is. I was 20 minutes of Sandusky County wrestling, bro. So
nice.
SBC.
Yeah, Brookbet says he sees Cerrone as the better striker. He'll take a chance on Cerrone. Also faced much better competition in the last year. That's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Luke said, "What's up, Luke? How's it going? Thanks for coming out. How's it going?" And
what's up, Luke?
I think if Cowboy gets knocked out, he just needs to give it a call. Otherwise, he will fuck up his legacy. Yeah, I mean, everybody will always remember how good he was, but it's never a good thing when you see really awesome veterans and they go on a 5-fight lose streak and they lose every fight by knockout. Right. You're like, God, just go. Sad. Just go.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely sad, man.
Yeah.
Especially because it's like you know what that reminds me of. I mean, I'm sure there's been other ones since, but the last sad one like this for me, dude, because I love Cowboy Cerrone, dude. He's one of my top favorite fighters ever, just because he's a real fighter. But Chuck Liddell, man, when he used to just take your shot and then bam, knock you out, and then after a minute, he couldn't take them shots. You're seeing him get knocked out by Rich Franklin with a broken arm, and just Keith Jardine just getting people so. It's sad, man. I don't want to see Chris Cowboy go out like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Papa Chuck said by Norwalk.
Yeah. Yep. I used to go there and eat at there's a little truck stop restaurant, for the trains there in Monroeville. That's awesome, man. Yeah, he's right by me. That's awesome.
What's up, Justin? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
What's up, Justin?
Cowboy versus Lawler would be more fitting because they're both washed. Probably, yeah. I think Miller has a little bit left in the gas tank. He looked good the last couple times, man.
Yeah, I do too, man. He hasn't been getting knocked out cold and finished it. I mean, he's only been knocked out, I think, once in his career, once or twice in his whole career. I know he got Dan Hooker got him, and I think Cowboy got him.
Yeah.
But he's been so. Yeah, man. He hasn't taken near the damage, but he also hasn't fought the level of competition that Cowboy's been fighting. He's been fighting real bangers. Robbie Lawler in his prime, Matt Brown, just going to war with these dudes at 170. So, yeah, man, a lot of okay.
You see that?
Yep. Dude, Tanner Shear, man. I wrestled his brother Nate was on the wrestling team with me. He's 1 year younger than me. I wrestled with Nate my whole life. Doug West. Logan Stever is a bad mofo. Tanner Shear was a bad mofo. I remember he won the he lives down in Texas now, but I remember he won the tournament of champions. It was like our back in the day, because I'm old, so we didn't have that many national tournaments, but we had this one. It was a tournament of champions where you had to win like 2 tournaments to get into it, and there's like all from everywhere around America. There's like 56 kids in your bracket, and Tanner Shear won that. So he's a bad dude. That's cool that somebody's watching us that grew up right where I grew up, man. That's awesome, right? Dude. Yep.
Yeah, Ron says Miller was preparing for war with Bobby Green. So that's true. I mean,
yeah,
it's not going to be close to Bobby Green. It's going to be a little bit easier. Let's put it that way.
Right.
What's up, King James? He said, O'Malley, Izzy, Clark, Barber are 4 locks. I hate saying females as locks, but I can't see neither losing. The only one I would say would be, I'd just be more worried with Clark, but I think she does win. Other than that, I like them all.
Right. Yeah. What's up, King James? Thanks for joining us too, Victor. Victor's here.
What's up, Victor? He's busy at work as usual, but listening. Thank you very much, man.
Appreciate you, Victor.
Moving on up, we got Brad Riddell versus Jalin Turner. Who you got?
Man, this is gonna be a banger. But dude, I got to go with Jalin Turner, man. I bet him. I bet him pretty decent. 2.5 units to win 2 units. I love Brad Riddell, but man, his fighting style is like perfect for what Jalin Turner to be able to like kind of pick him apart. I mean, they're gonna go to war. They're gonna land their shots, but I like the body work that Jalin Turner does. If you rewatch the Jalin Turner versus Malarkey fight, it looks like he hits him with a little hook and KOs him, like barely touched him on the chin. But if you really watch it before that, he hit him with a body punch and then 2 body kicks, and that's why Malarkey was backing up, and he was going to go down from that, and then Turner just barely hit him with, because it looked like he got knocked out, but he didn't. He was holding his side. But I just like Turner, man. I like what he's been doing. I know he's been knocked out, but that was earlier in his career. I mean, the dude got knocked out by Vicente Luque at 170. At 155, he's a stud, dude. He's been finishing the last 4 opponents. He's finished all his opponents. Just really good power striking, and he throws in combos. While he's power striking, he's going to have the 8-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage, which is huge. And man, I've seen Riddell. Riddell's been rocked in almost like every fight I've seen him in. Like Riddell went life and death with Jamie Malarkey, where Jalin Turner just finished him. You know what I mean? Just beat him up the whole fight pretty much. And I just see him, man, being able to use that reach. They got the big cage that's going to help him, and I just see him being able to land the harder shots. I mean, Riddell's been to decision every fight in the UFC. You know what I mean? Besides when he got knocked out last by Fiziev, and then he's coming off a knockout, so that's not good. But that could mess with his head a little bit. Which Riddell's a professional and a great kickboxer. I'm sure it's not gonna. But yeah, man, I love Riddell, dude. Power with both hands, like good power, like decent wrestling, decent like everywhere, all over. But I just like all the physical advantages. And if this is gonna be a striking match, give me the dude with the 8-inch height and the 4-inch reach with more power, works the body a little better, and I really do. I think he might get a first-round club and sub here, because Riddell has been rocked a couple times and dropped. Dober got him a couple times. But, yeah, I'm going with the dude that has all the momentum, man. Jalin Turner's looking good. And at 155, good, real good.
Yeah, I got this, everything you said exactly. Like the height and the length advantage is going to be super key here. I just don't think Riddell is going to be able to get close. Like he's not even get close enough to even get a takedown. Like, and even then, like Turner has pretty good takedown defense too. And like, it's always hard for like smaller like wrestlers to take down these longer, lengthier guys. Like they always have the limbs to like get back up real quick. And like, you can't take down the taller fighters as easy as the shorter guys. But striking wise, man, I mean, Riddell, he packs a punch, dude, but I just don't think he's gonna be able to touch him. It's like it's 8 inches height difference. Like he's gonna have to like throw way up here, and it's just not going to work out too much. I think I mean, I'm not saying Turner's going to blow him away by any means, but eventually I do think he's going to be able to get the knockout, probably in the second round. But that would be my route. I already got a bet on him on the money line. But man, I can see like a club and sub with Turner too. He does it a lot too. So
I had another guy ask me that on my YouTube, or I mean my Instagram, and he was like, "Well, he's like Brad Riddell has been kickboxing forever and has a lot of kickboxing experience against taller guys, but we're not kickboxing here.
Yeah.
We're MMA, and Jalin Turner's knees in the clinch are sick. His elbows in the clinch. You're using stuff in MMA you can't use in kickboxing. And especially like an elbow in the clinch, you know, when you're the taller guy and you're elbowing down at someone's head, his knees are sick in the clinch. I love how Riddell's got a tough head, man. He's durable, but how's the body work, you know? And damn, man, 8 inches of height and all that. It's going to be a good fight. And when I got Turner, I mean, minus 125 is not bad. And all the momentum's on him, all the advantages in the fight are on him. He's younger than Riddell. He's bigger than Riddell. He has more KO power than Riddell. And if this is going to be a striking match, I want the guy with the KO power and the height and reach. I mean, yeah, but it's going to be tough, though. It is going to be tough.
No, I 100% agree. Like, I think I got the same line as you, minus 125. So I couldn't pass it up. Like, it's kept like this week, like I said, I'm like really trying to focus in on the good bets, and I kept coming back. I'm like, dude, I have to bet this one. Minus 125, like it's almost a no-brainer. And I want to say he's minus 140 now, so he's starting to go up too. So
yeah,
man, it's just a lot. Like all the favorites are. It's almost like you have to bet early now, because if you wait too long, like you're just not going to get any value with a lot of these guys. And then you have to parlay, and we all know what happens when you parlay.
Yeah. Sal Diamato says, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh,
parlay. He's like, parlay this, bitch.
Yep. Yeah. Saba said that August 20th, it's going to be Maverick versus Shanna Young in 278. I pick Maverick there.
Yeah. Maverick throwing a beating on her, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. Turner on a vicious KO streak, tall and long, big reach advantage. Got to go with him. That's what I think, James. Same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and he started out as a dog, and now he's minus 145. So
smart money came in, and people started watching the. But Riddell's a dog, dude. If Riddell is a dog, and if you pick him as an underdog, I cannot blame you one bit, because he's going to fight for your money. So
that's very true. Yeah, Effie's on an island, but he likes Riddell here, and which is, I mean, that's totally cool. Like you can see it. Ranch said, heard Bad Riddell was instructional kickboxing videos titled How to Beat Taller Fighters. I can't verify it, but I do believe. That's funny. Let's see. Papa Chuck said, Johnny, I lived in Chicago about 10 years ago. I lived in an apartment above Uncommon. Okay, cool. Wrigleyville. Yeah, I don't live in Chicago. I am like 45 minutes from Chicago, but I know where Wrigleyville is and all that's Lakeshore Drive. Yep. That's a cool spot. It's always, I mean, if you're a Cubs fan, I'm a Sox fan. I'm a Southside guy. But it's always fun to go there and hang out and drink.
Southside. That's Shameless, right? That's the movie Shameless. They're on the South Side.
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the show.
Oh, that show's fucking hilarious, too. Shameless, dude. That's good stuff.
Yeah, Ranch said Turner by sub, which I could see.
Club and sub.
He did it
or them long arms.
Oh, not Dushko. The other Serbian guy. What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Uroš. Medic.
Yeah, Medic. Yeah. Kulabau, too, man. Got him, but he's way bigger than Kulabau. That was
true. All right, let's move on up here. Let's see what we got. We're going to go to the main event. We got about 33, 34 people in here. Please hit that button. If you haven't subscribed to Blood Money, hit him up. Let's get him to 1,000 this week. I need
to get there. Yeah, this week. Yeah.
Let's go. You're going to have a good 2-week break off, and when he comes back, let's get him up to like 800 range. Let's go.
Need to get there. Make me feel better.
Yeah, there we go. Come on. Let's see. We got the next fight here, which is going to be a good one. Pedro Munhoz versus Sean O'Malley. I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley here. The only thing that worries me is leg kicks. But other than that, I really like Sean O'Malley. He's going to have the tall range again, just like Jalin Turner. It's almost like the same fight if you're going by height and like length.
Right.
But I just think O'Malley's going to be the more dynamic striker. He's a more dangerous guy. I don't see Munhoz like knocking out O'Malley by any means. And I actually really like the over in this fight. Munhoz is tough. He's never been knocked out in his career. He is very hittable, I will say. But, I mean, if you go back and look at some of O'Malley's fights, he's not finishing too many people in the first or second round, like unless they're trash cans. So,
right.
I mean, other than that, like most of his finishes are like, in the third round, like afterwards. So I like the over in this one. I do have O'Malley in a lot of parlays too, but
Right.
This is almost a no-brainer pick, but I'm a little worried just with the leg kicks. But I really like O'Malley, and I got like 3 bets on him. So, who do you got?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with O'Malley. I think that they set this match up perfectly, and he's on the rise, and Pedro's coming down a little bit, even though he's looked good in every one of his losses. But yeah, man, O'Malley. I watched the interview with him. He did an interview with Ryan Clark in DC, and he said that like he made sense. It made me feel better. I don't have any bets on this, but it made me feel better about it. Like he said, when he hurt his foot against Sukumtao is because he broke his foot. Like he kicked him in the head. He said it broke his foot. So, and then he said against Cheeto, he was kicked in a nerve in the back of his knee. So it makes me feel a little better. It wasn't like calf kicks both times.
Yeah.
It was a foot injury and then one was a leg, but don't really make you feel that much better because obviously he must be a little fragile. You know what I mean? I think he broke his hand in another fight. But yeah, in this fight, man, they're in the big cage. All he's going to have to worry about, I don't know if Pedro's really going to try to wrestle him down and use jiu-jitsu. That would be a really smart thing because Pedro's got sick jiu-jitsu, but I don't know if he's really got the great wrestling to get it there. But in a standing match, if this stays striking, Pedro doesn't shoot takedowns or can't get them. I see it being a lot like when Aljamain Sterling just worked around the outside and pieced him up, and excuse me, I don't really see Sean getting the finish here because, like you said, Pedro's never been finished, but I wanted to bet the over. I was really looking at that over because it was like pick 'em, and I wanted to bet it, and then I ended up staying away from it because I'm like, man, you never know. Maybe this is the time. Pedro's a little older. He's fighting a dude that's 7 inches or 5 inches taller with the 7-inch reach. So it's like, and O'Malley hits hard and he hits straight. So I ended up backing out of taking the over, but yeah, no bets on this fight, but I do like O'Malley, man. I like O'Malley to be able to work that outside, piece him up, and by decision.
True. Yeah, and like I said, he does have a pretty decent amount of first round finishes, but I mean, in the 3rd round, he beat Almeida, and it was after the 2.5 rounds, and then Chris Moitano, which he's a trash can, and then he barely finished him. I mean, Herb had to stop it. So. And Munhoz is tough, like I said. So I can see this going over real easy. So, but I can
just gotta watch them leg kicks, man.
Yep, and I think he can keep his range, just like Turner. I just don't think Munhoz is going to be able to touch him. I mean, he's going to push forward, but after a couple of good hits to the face, I think Munhoz will realize, like, all right, I got to like switch something up here, and maybe there'll be a lot of clinch up against the cage and stuff like that, but. Yeah, I mean, I got Sean O'Malley here all day, whether it's over or not. I mean, I don't care, but I do like the over in this one too. Yeah,
that's. I mean, it's kind of got to be the pick, but yeah, I mean, O'Malley could get him, or Pedro could kick his leg off. So, but I like O'Malley in this one.
Yeah. What's up, Bars?
I know Sabo. If I would have picked Pedro Munhoz, Sabo would have wanted to fight. Rick James and Sabo would have wanted to fight me.
Oh, dude,
Sabo's buying plane tickets over here.
We would never hear the end of that next ring.
No.
Yeah, Barca got Sean by decision as well. I mean, I think you can get at plus 160 or range or so if you want to. So something to think about.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, that's a great line actually.
Let's see. James said O'Malley inside the distance, got him as a lock. A couple parlays. Inside the distance, he could. Pedro, he just hasn't been finished, and like that's the only thing that's holding me back. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Right.
And I know he's older, like you said, but I don't know. I don't think O'Malley's going to be one to break him, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And like BCS just commented, O'Malley does have really good fight IQ. He knows what he like. That's another thing. Like DC was asking, why are you always looking up at the clock? Because he was like, because O'Malley said something like, well, you're saying I'm looking up at the clock all the time, like I'm tired. He's like, I just want to know how much time I have to work with to beat this guy up or something. So yeah, man, I like O'Malley. He seems smart, skilled,
Yeah.
But I hope they don't do getting a jiu-jitsu match here because Pedro is really good at jiu-jitsu. So
that's very true. Yeah, I mean, I like O'Malley too as a fighter. And I know, like, some people don't like him because they think he's a little arrogant or whatever, but he's just trying to make a name for himself. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, if I was in a situation, I mean, I would want to make a name for myself. I'd want to make more money. Like, who doesn't want to make more money?
Right.
So I totally get it's the hustle. You just got to play the part.
Yeah, and he's doing it right. He's doing it smart.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on up here to the next one. Let me get out of here.
Ooh,
we got Oh, we got a battle of the old timers, I guess, if you want to say a little bit. Robbie Lawler versus Bryan Barberena. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Robbie Lawler here. I just think and this is a pick'em fight. I didn't put no money on it or nothing. I'd really like the over if anything, but I just think that these dudes are gonna be going back and forth. This is a classic Barberena Lawler fight. I mean, both these guys are always going back and forth in their fights. Having dog fights, you've seen it. Lawler with Rory, Lawler with Diaz, even in the last fight, you see. Yeah, man, I just think that, I mean, Barberena's good too, but I just think that they're going to have this dogfight, and I think that Lawler's going to land the harder shots throughout it because Barberena, he peppers you, you know, and Lawler kind of peppers you, but then he lands harder shots. But, man, it's risky because I like Barberena too, man. And this fight's probably going to be an ugly split decision, to be honest, because I think it's going to be like the Matt Brown and Barberena fight, and it's just going to be going back and forth. I don't see a finish. So give me Lawler with landing the harder shots, but, you know, not super confident on either side here. Just going to sit back and watch this as like a throwback fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I ended up picking Barberena here, but like I am not gonna bet this fight one bit. I can see Lawler winning it too. Basically the main reason why is I think Barberena is a little bit more, he throws a little bit more volume. I want to say Lawler has the knockout power, but I just don't think he'll be able to knock out Barberena either. So like it's gonna go to decision, like you said, I think, and that's probably the play if you want to bet it, but I'm taking a chance. I think Barberena has a little bit more cardio. He's a little bit more technical. I think just a touch volume-wise, like I said, I think he'll be able to outstrike Lawler unless Lawler lands a couple good shots and maybe stuns him. But I mean, it's going to go to decision. It probably will be a split decision. I'm not going to lie. And that could be another bet.
Another thing I didn't think about, which I doubt it because like how Lawler likes to fight, but Lawler could actually mix in some takedowns. He's not that bad at wrestling, and Barberena looked terrible. Matt Brown was taking him down. He's got a good get-up game, but you know, you never know. He might mix some of them in just to steal the round or something. So,
yeah, it's just going to be another weird fight, but it'd be a fun fight to watch. And like, I just don't want to bet on this fight because this is definitely a fight you just like sit back and watch and like have fun. And with no stress at all.
No stress, yeah.
Grab a smoke. This will be a way better fight to watch with no bet on it. So if you want to bet on this fight, go ahead. But I'm gonna watch with a beer and like have fun because it's gonna be a fun fight. I still think.
If you could bet a split decision on this, then I would bet that. I don't know who's gonna win it, but I would bet this goes to split decision. You know, because it's just gonna be like did the Matt Brown one? Yeah, the Matt Brown one went to split decision, right?
So we both had money on. Did you have money on Matt Brown?
I had money on the freaking under. Them dudes went to war too, but
I had money on Matt Brown.
Every time it got good, Matt Brown, it got interesting for my under. Matt Brown would grapple. He would take him down. I'm like, damn. But I was happy just to watch that fight live. You know what I mean?
It was a cool fight. Let's see. We will go to. Wait, are you reading?
I know, just the last one that popped up. Freaking Rick James, man.
Oh man. Let's see. I don't even know where I'm at now. Okay.
Salva
said if you guys pick Pedro, he would cycle with a 50-year-old bike and swim over the ocean, Chicago and Kentucky.
Oh man, dude.
Man,
that's why I was leaning Munhoz, but I knew the consequences and repercussions. Yeah. So I said, no, I'm all right.
If he took a shot on Barberena at plus 105, Lawler got outstruck in 2 rounds against the corpse Snake Diaz. Now, I agree. Man. But I think that fight was a little bit suspect. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say like the R word, but I think it was a little suspect. I think Lawler was kind of like, all right, I'm going to give you 1 round, kind of do what you want to do because I know you're not that great.
That was sad, man.
It was.
It was
bad.
Like that.
It was bad.
I hope he comes back, gets one more fight, but in shape and all that.
Yeah. Herb says Lawler won't be landing the harder shots because he doesn't throw hard shots anymore.
Right.
Barberena just has a bad chin these days to make them look hard, which is true.
Facts. Yeah.
Robbie and Bob can weave shots well, but the
Bob
judges
and weave.
can see Bob and weave. I'm sorry. I can't read. It's what happens when you drink beer and you try to read.
Hey, yeah.
But the judges can see those strikes, and yeah, you never know. The judges can totally see anything. Like maybe they didn't even see round 4 of Armin and Gamrot. Who knows? It's crazy.
Yep. Ridiculous. And this, it's gonna be a crazy judging one, I think.
Yep. What's up, SK? He said Stoliarenko and Rose Clark predictions. We already did this, but we both went with Rose Clark. But it's going to be by decision, but it's going to be close.
No confidence by either.
I mean, it's not no bets or anything. So I mean, bet at your own.
I think it goes over though.
Yeah,
I think it goes over.
But if you like Stoliarenko, I would do the sub prop because I think that's the way she wins.
Yeah.
Underdog play of the week is Gabe Green, Barberena, and Strickland. That's a good one for underdogs.
Love it. I love that one. Definitely could hit. And I paid really well.
That was at 185, and then agreed. All right, we will move on to the next one. I think I'm all caught up to one of the bangers of the night: Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. Is it my turn or your turn?
You can. I think you start.
All right. I was going back and forth with this one, man. I'm gonna go with Pereira, and this is gonna be a fight I don't have a bet on. I was thinking about doing the over, but I don't like the line odds for it. I think it's minus 180 or so range, but it's set at 1.5 too. So,
right.
Striking wise, they're both really good strikers. Strickland will definitely have the grappling and wrestling advantage, but I just think with the length and the height advantage that Pereira is going to have, Strickland's going to have a tough time striking, and he's going to have to wrestle. If he wants to win this fight, he has to wrestle. Now, the question, I guess, would be, is Pereira going to be able to stop those takedowns? Is he going to be able to get back up if he can? This will be I don't want to say Strickland's the best wrestler by any means, but he's good, and he might even be the best wrestler Pereira's fought. I mean, he's only fought 3 times, but or 2 times, but
2. Yeah.
Man, I'm going with him. I think his striking will shine here. It's going to be a good fight. I think Strickland's smart enough, though. I think he knows he's going to have to wrestle. And if he doesn't, I mean, that'll be a weird fight IQ mistake by him because he has really good fight IQ. He knows what he has to do to win fights. Yeah. And I'm just going to go with the more dangerous, I guess, dynamic fighter here. I'm going to go with Pereira. I think it's going to go to decision either way. And this could be another split one because I could see it be real close and the judges are like, all right, well, we want this Pereira Izzy fight coming up in the future, so let's do a pre-written scorecard, 30-27, and there it is. So I'm going to no bet here, but I'm just going to watch it with a beer, and it's going to be fun, though.
Yeah, man, I bet Sean Strickland. I got him at plus 100, so I mean, underdog, basically even money. Yeah. And dude, you got if it's 25, Sean Strickland's 25-3. Pereira's 5-1. Anytime, I mean, I don't care if Pereira's all that kickboxing experience. I'm going to take the MMA guy that's 25-3. Pereira, obviously awesome striking, uppercuts, hooks, straights, crazy kicks and all that. But to me, Sean Strickland has good striking. He has good enough strike. And Sean, the real good thing is Sean Strickland's striking is he's in your face. He's within jab range at all times. So he's taking your kicking game out of it, right? But Pereira does throw fast and hard, but Strickland's got good wrestling. He just doesn't use it. And he's got great BJJ, but he doesn't really use it that much. But he took Uriah Hall down 4 times in their fight. You know what I mean? And showed good takedowns. He showed good jiu-jitsu. And I think that he's going to be able to take Pereira down. Pereira was taken down by Michaelides, who at 185, and right after that, Michaelides dropped down to 170. So Pereira was taken down. He lost the first round to Michaelides. That dude's terrible. So I just think, Sean Strickland, like I said, now if it was just Pereira versus a good grappler, and anytime this was standing, Pereira could just finish the fight. You know what I mean? Which he still can, because that dude has no striking. Then it'd be a little different. It'd be Rodolfo Vieira type thing. But Sean Strickland has good striking. If Bruno Silva was able to stand there and bang with Pereira for 3 rounds, then Sean Strickland should be able to. You know what I mean? Not only that, but when I rewatched that Bruno Silva fight, which I did have a big bet on Pereira, dude, Pereira started slowing down in that second. Bruno Silva did too a little bit, but he started slowing down on his punches. They weren't as fast anymore and all that, dude. And I just think that if Strickland can take him down in that first round, beat him up a little bit, take some of his gas away, dude. But Pereira's he got taken down by Bruno Silva, man, who's a legit just Muay Thai striker. So Yeah, man, I got to take the dude that's well-rounded MMA fighter that has good striking, that can strike with the dude and then can take him down. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be, am I going to be crazy shocked if Pereira comes out and hits him with some giant shots and finishes him right away? No, but I also see that if Strickland is able to take down Pereira, uses good jiu-jitsu to hold him down, beat him up, win the rounds, you know what I mean? I definitely see Strickland by decision, but I could also see if he is able to get his takedown game going and beat him up a little bit, he might get a 3rd round sub or something. So, but I know Strickland comes off, and he is a crazy dude. I actually love the dude because he's a real fighter. He's crazy. He says what's on his mind, and I love people like that because
me
they're
too.
Actually real. But he's actually super smart too. If you ever I used to watch his Instagram and stuff. Like the dude's he's like a crazy genius guy, you know what I mean? But he knows what he's talking about. He's just crazy as shit. So he has good fight IQ, and I think he knows. He's at first, couple years ago, he was fighting. He was like, I don't care about a championship, nothing. I'm just here to fight. And now that he's been winning, now he's saying, I want a title. I want to get a title. So I think he knows to be smart enough in this fight to not go out there and go for kickboxing with a world champ kickboxer. So I'm hoping. So I bet Sean Strickland, man. I got to bet the more well-rounded guy there.
No, I don't blame you one bit.
And I've been seeing videos like when he was with the schmo and his face was all messed up, and he's like, "What happened to your face?" Like, fucking wrestling practice. I hate wrestling. So
I know.
And then somebody else said earlier, either on here or on my Instagram, they were like, "Dude, Kamzat flew halfway around the world to go train with Sean Strickland. Like, what do you think they was training? You know what I mean? Just helping him with wrestling." So I got Sean. I got to take the 25-3 MMA guy over the 5-1 MMA guy.
True.
You know?
Yeah. No, I
especially as a dog.
No, I get it. Like, it's a pick 'em now. It's -110 both. But man, this is going to be a really close fight. It just depends on if you want like the veteran, well-rounded fighter, or you want the more explosive, like, I don't want to say prospect, but he's older. But I mean, he's more explosive, dynamic, dangerous striker. Like, it's going to be a really good fight. Like,
he's almost like, though, the Rudolph Vieira in reverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's like a one-trick kind of pony. His one trick is fucking awesome.
True.
But you got to get that trick off. And I feel like that sounded fucking weird. But I feel like, you know, Strickland's jab and all that's nice. Could throw him off a little bit and then take his kicks away a little bit by staying in boxing range and land some takedowns, get him up against the fence. But I mean, Pereira's a bad motherfucker. So it's going to be a good fight. But like I said, man, I got to take the advantages where I get, especially as an underdog. Strickland, the streak he's been on, the people he's fought in MMA, some of them, like even Hermanson might be able to go out there and beat Pereira, land a takedown and sub him. You know what I mean?
True, yeah.
A lot of people that Strickland's beat might even be able to beat Pereira. So yeah, man, give me Strickland. And I want to see Strickland against Izzy, because everybody wants to see Izzy Pereira. They say, but fuck that. They fought in kickboxing. I don't need to see another kickboxing match inside the cage. I want to see Sean Strickland, who can talk shit. You know what I mean? He can talk good shit. He can fight good. I want to see that, because him and Izzy be talking crazy shit. Izzy and Pereira, man, they ain't gonna be talking like that. So yeah, man, that's what I got on that one.
No, that's great breakdown. Like, I could see it happening that way. That's why I'm staying away from this fight. No bet. I kind of wanted to bet Pereira, but I'm like, don't do it, John. Like, you don't need to do 8 bets. You're fine.
Effie is asking. This is a cart from up in Michigan.
Oh, what's up? Hold up.
Man,
there's a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm like slacking on my thing. I'm not the greatest like clicker here.
Right.
Strickland gets in there and bullies him and sub in the second round. That's what James thinks, which I can see.
Let's go, James. Let's go, James. And James knows his stuff too, so yeah, I like that.
Yep, yeah. It's a pick 'em now at -110. Effie asked if does Alex training with Glover matter to you guys? I think it does. I think it helps him with takedown defense.
Definitely helps him, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's better than training, you know, just somewhere else that doesn't have, but it does, because Glover's a great mind in MMA. Obviously, he's well rounded. So, but yeah, that's still. I mean, it's hard when your whole life you've just been kickboxing to get into the grappling game. And plus, like, you know, is the grappling going to slow him down? Like, we only seen him have to grapple one time in the first round with Michaelides, but that dude's terrible. But when you're a lifetime striker, sometimes you gas out if you got to grapple a whole bunch. So
yeah. Herb Dean said Strickland knows how to check kicks. Any fighter that actually checks kicks automatically has my respect. That he does. But what I'm kind of like interested to see, like, if this fight does get in the clinch, like if like Pereira's close if he uses those
Pereira
elbows.
got a good clinch, dude. Yeah.
And so I don't know how Strickland's gonna act when that happens because I don't ever remember Strickland being in a clinch. Do you?
He's clinched people up against the cage and stuff, but not with somebody like Pereira who can rattle your brain with one good elbow. Because it's like Pereira's like the Jalin Turner factor, you know what I mean, in this fight. But like I said, I mean, Strickland's got great striking too. That's what he is as a striker. So
and then Epi even said Strickland has good striking defense, which he does have good striking defense.
Yeah, and he's tough as nails, bro. He's gonna fight for you to the end. He's serial killer.
This is going to be a really good fight. I don't blame anybody for whatever bet they have on this fight because it can go any way. So if you like an angle, just go for it.
Right.
I did just look at if the fight goes to decision, it's at plus 140 if you want to like just a little bit of risk.
That's so fucking. You're gonna lose 2 weeks off of your life watching that motherfucker with them two dudes throwing. Right? But I mean,
I really think that this fight will go to decision. I don't think there's going to be a finish. Both guys are tough. If anything, it might be like a Strickland sub that somebody said you can get at like plus 1,000, which is insane.
That's decent. Throw a little something on $10 to win 100. Shit.
Yeah, so I might even do that. Like just for $5. I'm not gonna like track it, but if I have like $5, like odd number in my account, I might throw it on there. Fuck it, why not?
Right.
All right, we'll move on up here because I know you got to get going here. We got two of the biggest fights. Sorry. Pay-per-view is always so hard to get you out of here.
Well, it's always all good fights, man. We're all good.
That's the thing. Alex Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. I am gonna go with who am I going with? Oh, Volkanovski, duh. I got a bet on Volkanovski. I put him in a parlay with the next guy coming up here. But man, this is gonna be a really close fight again. Like this, like both the other two fights were really close, really fun to watch. It's going to be the same exact thing. I don't see any finish. It's literally going to be the same exact fight, guys. Like it's going to be really close all the way down to the very end. It might even go to split decision again.
Yeah.
But I do think Volkanovski's going to edge it again. He has the takedowns that he can get. I know Holloway's really good at takedown defense and stuff like that. He can get back up. But I just think the more complete fighter is Volkanovski. I think he's shown a little bit more improvement since their last fight. Holloway's still good, don't get me wrong, but I see more improvement with him than Holloway. And it's just going to be a really good fight. But, man, it's gonna go to decision. It's going to be maybe split. I like Volkanovski to win this one, and that's what I got. Everybody knows the fight. I don't want to get too much into it. We already seen the fight, so everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, yeah, I rewatched them. Volk won the first one. I had Max winning the second one. But since that second fight, dude, I feel like Volkanovski's improved even more, man. Like he's just been looking so good. It's like, how do you bet against him? That used to be Max. How do you bet against Max until you seen freaking Volk? Until you seen Volk beat him. But man, Volk's looked really, 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 really good. And like you said, that it's going to be pretty even striking like it always is. Volkanovski has to watch himself though, man, because in that second fight, he kept eating head kicks, dude. Max kept hitting him with head kicks, and he dropped him once with one, but he hit him with like 3 or 4 of them. So he's going to have to watch that. And Max was hitting him with that uppercut too. So he's going to have to watch that coming in and avoid dipping his head to the left because he was getting hit with some good uppercuts. But in the end, man, like you said, go to decision. I got Volkanovski winning probably like 3-2. Maybe 4-1. He could get the finish, but you know, but Max don't get finished and Volk don't get finished. So these two of the toughest dudes you're ever going to see in your life. So I got to go with, and neither one of them are usually one-shot knockout guys. So I don't think either one of them finished it. But I'm with you. Volk can mix in a takedown or two here and there, and I think that it's a real close as judge's decision. But I think he clearly takes it. I don't even know if it'll be split this time, but I see it and still. And I got him in the same bet as you. I got him parlayed with somebody fighting.
Next.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you if it's Izzy or Cannonier, but it's one of them.
I'll tell you one thing: it's not Cannonier.
Right, but we're going to witness a dog fight on this, though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I think this is the best fight of the night for sure. It's gonna be fun to watch. I'm gonna be sweating a little bit in the early rounds, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you got to feel that sweat.
Yeah, Jason said bald Volk is too good. I think he's too good too.
Savage. I like that. Yeah, man.
Let's see. SK is hoping Clark can avoid the arm bar on Saturday. That's the way she needs to win. That's all she needs to do. Avoid it.
Avoid that arm bar, man.
Then she will win. That's it. Rick James, let's go, champ. Let's see. Nick Alexander said Volk needs a finish or they will rob him of his belt and stop going for champ status.
Freaking hope not, dude.
No, dude. This is too good of a fight. I hope the judges don't do that, because I could see it maybe with like the Izzy Cannonier fight, maybe, but not this one, dude. Both guys are like top of the class or division. Like, I just think Volk is just a touch above, and that's just how it is. Like, it's almost like the welterweight division with Usman and Colby. Like, I think those are the two clear 1-2s, but Usman is just a little bit better, and that's why he keeps winning. So
yeah, now we got these dudes sneaking in though. Shavkat and them
there's
boys.
A lot
so
of good.
We're getting some new blood.
Yeah, the welterweight division is coming back, dude. It's coming back strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Volk Izzy with O'Malley, solid parlay. Yep, I think so too. That's a good one.
Yeah, solid, dude. Super solid.
Ranch said, I'm taking Max. There will be a fourth fight. Max
plus won money. The last fight. Plus money, Ranch. Hey,
I don't blame you.
I can't blame you, dude. No,
I don't blame you, dude. And do it by decision, because that's the way it's going to happen.
If you're going to bet a dog, dude, bet a fucking dog, because that's what Max Holloway is. So good bet.
Epi said, I don't blame anyone for betting either way. I'm this fight on this fight. There is cases to be made on both sides. It's true.
Right. It's just Volk's to the status now of, dude, I can't bet against him until I know if there's somebody in the fucking world that can beat him, because he's beating everybody, and he looks dominant. He looks real good. So it's like your boy Aspinall and them, dude. It's like I can't bet against that motherfucker too. I know there's actually someone can beat him.
True. I took a shot on Ortega against Volkanovski, and it was this close, dude. Close. I took a shot.
Super close. Close.
I knew that was the only way that Ortega
that would have ended my betting career before it started, because that was the first show that I started my betting thing on. I had a big ass bet on Volkanovski. I had like 350 on him or something like that.
Oh, and wow, dude. Were you sweating bullets, man?
Fuck, dude. When he got him in that, and then Volk got out, I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was over. I mean, dude, when you see somebody getting a mounted guillotine, they stop fucking moving to even try to get out. It's over. And somehow, and then he gets out and goes right into the fucking triangle. I'm like, fuck, man, but he's a fucking savage, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. I ain't betting against that guy. Nothing. Sure. Nothing.
James said, or Volk over 3.5 with Izzy, over 2.5 with O'Malley.
That's lovely, dude. Yeah, that's fucking hitting. I think,
I would feel comfortable doing the 2.5 with Izzy, and then the 3.5 with Volkanovski, and then maybe do 2.5 with O'Malley if you want to do overs.
Yeah, I think the over. I think he said he just straight up picked O'Malley.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That
works.
That'd be pretty good.
That works.
I think though. Oh yeah. Yep.
Saba said his best mate goes with Max decision, which that's the way to do it if you like Max.
He might, That's it. I mean, dude.
Fisherman said the bet on the co-main event is to go to distance. That's a good one. I mean, it's going to cover both bases, and it's going to happen probably.
Yeah.
Max decision is plus 275, and that is pretty insanely high.
That's a freaking awesome bet right there. If you get Max, and that's how he's going to win at 275, if he wins, it's most likely that's a freaking bet. If that's the way you're feeling, that's the bet.
Yeah. SK's parlay is Clark, Muniz, Duplessis, O'Malley, Barberena, and Adesanya. It's all good to me.
Yep.
I like it all. I think I picked them all. Did I pick them all? Yeah, I picked all those ones, so I'm good with it.
Yep.
Let's see. Saba said, guys, if you hear that the fight gets judged by Sal D'Amato, do a live bet. Fight goes to split decision. It's true. If you can, that's the way to do it.
Fucking Sal.
And then Rick James said, O'Malley over. Don't only worry is O'Malley decapitating Pedro with the early kick. That's true.
I wish Sal D'Amato. Yeah. I wish Sal D'Amato ran into like Ralph DeMayo. Dude, the DeMayo dude from New York. Take him out.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to the main event here. We're gonna do Adesanya versus Cannonier. Who do you got?
Yep. Man, I'm going with Izzy. I feel like this is gonna be a kickboxing match. Cannonier's got like 2 takedowns in his whole UFC career, so I don't think that he's gonna land any takedowns on Izzy. It's gonna be a kickboxing match, and I'm gonna take the guy with 5 inches of height and 2.5 inches of reach, and world champion kickboxer. Cannonier's tough, dude, and he's going to be in there, I think, for all 5 rounds and be dangerous. He keeps his power throughout the fight, so Izzy's going to have to stay on his P's and Q's. But I do see, I mean, in Cannonier, he can be hit. You've seen Derek Brunson, drop him and stuff. So Izzy could get the finish. I just bet Izzy in the parlay with Volkanovski, the double champ parlay. So, but I really like Izzy in this fight. I mean, Cannonier, his chance to win, is by KO. Really, I don't see him winning against Izzy in the striking match at all. So, but I'm not confident on how it's going to end. It could go to decision. Both these dudes throw heat, and if like Cannonier comes in throwing heat and coming forward like Robert Whittaker did in the first fight against Izzy might be able to finish him in the first round. But if not, man, I expect it to be a real technical, patient striking match. These dudes, neither one of them is going to be going nuts because they know what's coming back at them from the other end. So I got Izzy, man, and I think it's going to be a good fight though.
Yeah.
Cannonier stuff, man.
Yeah, I got Izzy too. The only way I see Izzy finishing is going to be late. It's going to be like 4th or 5th round. And I do think it'll go to decision. I think, Cannonier is tough, like you said. And Cannonier needs to be a little bit aggressive because if he's not going to win this fight at all. Right. And the only thing is if you're aggressive with Izzy, like you have to be a wrestler and know how to do takedowns. Otherwise, you're going to get countered. And you might, just like what Robert Whittaker did, like I think the second fight where he got knocked out, Whittaker, I think it might have been the second
first fight. He knocked him out. Yeah.
So, I mean, Izzy's just tough, dude. He's good, and I don't know why he gets a lot of hate. I know a lot of people don't like him for some reason, but, man, he's good. He's good at what he does. He might not be the most exciting fighter, but, I mean, he's a masterclass, like, kickboxer, really good counters, really good straight punches. Like he's fun to watch. I like him a lot. But
I got that the painting.
Yep. And then whenever he fights just power punchers, you know who's gonna win. It's gonna be Izzy. The only way Izzy's gonna lose is if he gets to the ground. That's it. Like there's no middleweight, I think, in this division. Not even Pereira that I think can beat him in an MMA fight. Don't think so. At least right now. Yeah.
So, and if Cannonier, man, if he plays it too safe, he's going to look a lot like the Paulo Costa fight. He's going to get his leg kicked out, and he's just going to get beat up. So I mean, and if, like you said, if he comes forward aggressive like Whittaker, he's going to get pieced up. So not many options for Cannonier here. Yeah, puncher's chance, and Izzy just got to stay careful, man. Be careful, and then beat this dude up.
Yep. Yeah, he has to pick his spots, or otherwise he's just going to look like Costa or Whittaker, like you said. He needs to try a couple times and maybe go for that KO punch and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any other way for Cannonier, unfortunately. Effie said, Jared is 38 years old. He's getting finished here. Brunson was landing.
I like that. That's a good thing. We didn't even talk about how old Cannonier is, too. So that's I like that, Effie. Like that.
True. And I don't even like. He might fade in the 4th and 5th, too. Like, has he even been in 5-round fights?
I believe he's been in them, but he didn't have to go the 5 rounds.
Okay.
I don't think, because I know him and Whittaker him and Gaslin, but I think them were all 3-round fights. He might have went 5 with Whittaker, but it might have only been 3. I think it was only 3. I think they were like an undercard on a thing. That's when he broke his arm.
Yep. But, that's what Epi just said right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Undercover. I really enjoyed watching Jan beat Izzy. Not so tough when he doesn't have the size. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's a big dude for 185.
Would you rather see Rockhold Izzy or Costa Izzy 2?
Costa Izzy 2.
I'm not too crazy about Rockhold.
No.
I want to see Fat Costa versus Izzy.
I want to see Costa fight him, though, the way he fought Yoel Romero and them guys. I don't want to see Costa if he's coming out and just letting him kick his fucking leg off. But
yeah, he didn't do anything. Like, I totally expected Costa to look a little bit better than what he did. And
I just watched that the other day. His leg was so beat up by the end of that first. He just kept letting him kick him in the foot. He didn't even try to check nothing, do nothing. And Izzy is just whack.
Yeah, plus, he was too busy talking to Izzy. And I'm like, dude, you're getting lit up. Why are you talking right now?
Yeah.
And then Fisherman, do y'all going over your bets before the event or just after? We kind of do it like during, like when we're doing our breakdowns, but you can always check out our videos. We post them. You can, if you want to check the bets and stuff. So definitely check that out if you missed any of our bets and what we have. I know we don't go over every one of our bets, but we try. At least I try. I might forget every once in a while.
We do it like I drop an official bet video too on Thursday or Friday that have all my bets in it too. And I know Johnny does one usually too.
Yeah. Not this week though. I might start just doing one video. I'm sorry. I was killing a fly real quick.
You got him? You got that
motherfucker finally.
Give him that Diamato treatment.
Yeah. If I get more time, like during the week, I'll do 2 videos. But I'll just do one video and have everything, and then I'll post my extra bets and stuff. So we'll see what happens. I'm switching things up. I like to I've been doing the same thing for a while, so I'm like I got to switch it up just to make it interesting for me, for YouTube. Right. So you know, it sucks when you have like a full-time job, but like you work midnights, which is even worse. Terrible. And then you try to do like part-time, YouTube stuff, which I love doing. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you're like, man, I got to take a little break. And so like a 2-week break, it's going to be great.
I work in the auto industry, man. And like, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And like, we've just been working like crazy lately. That's why I'm trying. And then like I said, the judges made me mad. I'll just take these little 2 weeks just to feel good. I got some traveling to do with my girl and my daughter. So it's going to be a good time. Yeah, I can't wait. And like I said, everybody that follow me on my Instagram, because I already have my bets in 4 out of the 5 bets for next week. So, I mean, I'll be posting them on Instagram, so look out for them. And then, I'll be back, and we'll be back on in like 2 weeks then. And right before another big UFC, there's our pay-per-view in July. So we'll get back on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't it August?
I think it's right at the end of July or something like that. There's like 5 UFC cards in July somehow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked that far. I only know like the next 2 coming up. But all right, we're gonna get going here. I'm gonna go through. I know you gotta get going, so we'll just go ahead and sign off here. Thank you everybody for coming up. And there's Little Blood Money.
Yeah. You're crazy.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll get going here. I know you got to go to work. So thanks everybody for showing up. If you can hit the like button for us, that'd be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to Blood Money. We're gonna get them up to 1,000. We got this. Let's do it together. Thank you everybody for just showing up. And
talking. I appreciate everybody, dude. Yeah.
Sorry if we didn't get to you. We kind of have a time restriction. If we didn't, I can get to everybody. So sorry about that, everybody. So if I know you said you're on a couple week break, but if you want to do a live stream next week, we could do that too. If not, don't worry.
We might be able to figure something out for that. Because I really enjoy these. Like, I have fun, man.
Or you know what? I know we were kind of talking about it. Maybe we can do an early one right before the fights. You know what I mean? Like just a little quick one.
Yeah, a little hour one before this pay-per-view.
We'll go over our bets more so than like predict each fight. You know what I mean? We'll just switch it up. Just something different. We'll figure it out.
Maybe get a couple other cappers on there to talk with us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be a good time. Yeah,
I'm sure we can get someone. All right,
appreciate everyone. Saba, James, man, Effie, Ranch, dude, everybody, James and Amy, everybody that came out, man. We got James from Arrow. We got new guys. Appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. You kept that chat live tonight, man.
Yeah, I tried. Go check out everyone's MMA channel. Effie, Ranj, Broke Bets. I'm missing a couple other people, I'm sure. I'm sorry, but everybody, go check them all. They're all great. Appreciate it.
Everybody. MMA too. Burt MMA was in the house too. Appreciate that. Yep.
So check them all out. And then we'll see you next time. Hope everybody enjoys the fights. All right, man. Take care.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys.